All right. First time putting a bridle in a horse's mouth. This always gets a lot of traction or attention. Probably because they think that snaffle is a little much. But first thing I do is I'm going to measure my cheeks. That way I'm not jacking with him after I already got him in his mouth. This is the first time that this guy, for me, has had anything in his mouth. And I might take that up one more hole here. And the reason I like this ported, or any ported snaffle on one, is like I've said a couple hundred times, is I feel like most snaffles that are broke in the middle are too light, and a colt gets to jacking with it like he is right there way longer than if so I put a half hitch, put a twist, another half hitch on top of those and bear that down. Then I'll tie up my halter here. Now, no, I do not ride with a halter on under my bridle. I know that kind of, but anyways, do upper throat latch here. The reason I like this bit over just a English style snaffle, let's call it, is I feel like they jack with it way less than that style bridle. So we'll just let him mill around in here. I might do this for a week or so before I ever get on him and ride him with it. But usually what I would do is I don't have one out here, but I'd hang him where he can't rub my bridle off on something. You know, this pin is pretty safe. The things I don't like about a pin like this is, one, there's corners, but two, these posts sticking up above. If he was to get his head above that, he might hang a rein or something. So I'm not going to go far. We're just going to sit here and watch how much he settles into carrying that in his mouth, how quickly. And then I'm going to go take a seat in the shade and let him wear this for about 30 minutes. And then I'll come over and bend him left and right and just strip everything off. And that will be what today is about, is him just getting comfortable with having this in his mouth for the first time. So you can see him kind of jacking with it. And I've never, knock on wood, I've never had to, you see people tying up their snaffles, I've never had to tie that one up, because it just, how it sits in their mouth, I never let him learn to do it, and he'll relax into that in probably no time. So already kind of started. Now, if I was to get on this colt with him doing that, he's obviously not thinking about what I'm trying to get done when I'm on his back. He's only thinking about what's in his mouth. And then you get on and things get a little fast or something, and people go to pulling, and most of the time when I see horses bucking, they're bucking because they're striking at the bridle or the human grabbing themselves. So we'll just go take a seat and we'll see what time it is right now. 7:26. We'll see how long it takes for him to settle into that. So we're almost 15 minutes into the deal, and he's jacking with his mouth even less and less. And I don't want you guys to think that I'm kicking him in here and leaving him here. He'd probably be okay, but I can take a little bit of time and sit here, let him get okay, and may do this for a week. So some people have asked the process that I take to get one soft. I might do this for a week, just tie my reins up. They're long enough that he's not, get his head down that low. He's not checked up or anything, and he's just wearing that bit in his mouth. And if he pushes on it from here, whether it's most likely going to be down, but he'll hit the end of that rein on his own and it won't be in my hands. And then it's not going to surprise him when I pick up a rein. So we'll sit here for as long as it takes until he completely quits jacking with his mouth, which it looks like he did right there. Can't really see it because it's behind that horse, but 15-20 minutes. You can see now he's more relaxed how he's working his mouth, but still not totally. I think what'll happen is he'll get frustrated that he can't eat like this other horse is, and then he'll hit the end of it. He might jack with it more, but that's all good things happening. See, already quit. It's only been 15 minutes since we started this deal, so there you go. That's why I like that style bit. It's not saying he won't work his mouth again. It's not saying he won't work his mouth tomorrow, but I don't think if they're jacking with their mouth, they're thinking about what you're trying to tell them to do. So I'd rather just eliminate that problem. You'll notice too, something I was just thinking about is the flies are really bad. We've had a lot of rain here. He parked himself right there where he can get the benefit of that horse's tail, his tail, so he has most comfortable. He lowers his head to that point. And I think one thing we kind of miss as humans are horses mostly just want to be comfortable. If you can help them be comfortable, that doesn't mean that's always comfortable, but it's just an observation that I made sitting here. Sometimes you learn the most and get the most done by not doing a whole lot. All right, so I'll let him wear that for a little while after he settled down. We'll lead him forward by our halter. I could quit here. We're going to lightly pick up this rein and give for that. We're going to lightly pick up this rein and give for that. Again, give for that. Now I'm going to reach over and I'm going to lightly pick up this rein and give for that. And I'm going to lightly pick up this right rein and give for that. And that's it. So I think one of the things that I did for a long time that I think when you bend them to you, that's great. But they have you to kind of see. And it adds a whole, if I'm right here, more than likely his mind's kind of like this. If I'm pulling on this side, the only thing he's got is that tension in his mouth. So I want to see if he can, when I get up here, he can kind of pick it up through my rein, not just my body being over there. Okay, so to finish, I put my reins up here. I put my thumb underneath the ear, and I push forward, and I push forward, and I'm keeping him here with my right hand. I might tip him to me. And I'm going to lower this ever so slowly and let him push it out with his tongue. And if his head is more vertical like this, because his teeth are like this, when his head's vertical, he's less likely to rake it off his teeth as when his head's like this. So that's what I'm kind of going for, and he didn't rake it on his teeth. And we'll just make everything a good deal for him. So that's kind of the way I do things. There you go. Hope you learned something.